Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Shoe prints helped police make an arrest in a gruesome murder. But what possibly was the motive for an 18-year-old to kill a 31-year-old woman he'd never met?
Ugly shades of purple mean bitter cold temperatures. We'll tell you what time to expect the Arctic assault.
But first, it was anything but an ordinary flight out of Metro Airport after a passenger is dragged off of a California-bound plane by police. Glad you're with us tonight at 11. It got so crazy, passengers were recording the woman being dragged down the center aisle.
And tonight, that woman is under arrest. Let's get right to our Mara McDonald. She's live at Metro Airport tonight. And Mara, how in the world did it come to this?
You know, Kimberly, excellent question, and one that police aren't really dealing with right now, but passengers have some of their own ideas why this woman was essentially dragged off this plane like a sack of potatoes. Take a look.
And right now, San Diego, morning weather, partly cloudy skies, and the temperature is 50 degrees.
What a way to start Delta 2083 from Detroit to San Diego this morning.
Oh my God.
A female passenger who waltzed past the gate agent without showing ID, boarding pass, or anything, and then refused to budge when Delta personnel called her on it, then forced the airport police to haul her off the flight when she refused to leave, laying like dead weight and refusing to lift even a finger to get off the plane. Passengers had a hard time believing the spectacle in front of them, but their flight got underway once she was removed and the woman traveling with her voluntarily exited the plane. Per the airport authority, the crew on board and at the gate was dealing with, quote, a passenger who would not comply with boarding and baggage check procedures at the McNamara terminal gate, and that, quote, despite repeated requests by officers, the woman refused to leave the aircraft and had to be removed. Back here live tonight, that woman is in custody and charges are pending. Kimberly, Devin, back to you.
Just bizarre behavior. Mara, do we know why she acted like this? Any idea?
So she waltzes past security, and police won't detail what they are actually thinking happened, but passengers say she was boarding when she shouldn't have been boarding, and they think she was trying to put her luggage that was potentially too big and get it on the plane in an overhead bin and this whole thing. But stand by, let's see what she gets charged with probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back to you.
We know you'll keep us posted. Okay, Mara, thank you.
Well, police feel like they've pieced together the disturbing murder of 31-year-old Diana Pesserel. West Bloomfield police found her burned body in the trunk of her own car Friday morning, later discovering she had been shot first. Jason Colthorpe in Bloomfield Township tonight, where the suspect faced charges late today. Jason.
Devin, Deshaun Smith had quite a story for police that night, saying he was at his friend's house and went out for a smoke or to get a smoke and somehow got lost. 2 blocks later, he admitted running into Diana Pesserel, but says he bummed a smoke from her and left her alone, went on his way. But police saying today the evidence in more than one crime scene location told a much different story. When West Bloomfield police found a burning car last Friday at 1:30 in the morning, it was just the beginning of a horrible discovery.
A female corpse was later found inside the trunk of the vehicle and identified as Diana Pesserel.
Police immediately identified shoe prints at the scene. The investigation took them to another place where Pesserel's car was seen. Witnesses heard a car horn honking and screaming. A female was observed running westbound from the vehicle, followed by the same foot impressions at the scene of the burning vehicle. Police also stumbled upon Deshaun Smith and a friend at a boat ramp nearby. Later, they realized shoe prints there were also consistent with the others, and when police went to Pesserel's home, shoe impressions in the driveway were consistent with those worn by Deshaun Smith. It all led police back to Smith's friend's home, where police say that friend made an incredible admission. Smith returned approximately an hour and a half later and showed Stringer the butt of a firearm in his waistband. He stated, "The tried to grab my gun, so I had to shoot her."
You have the right to remain silent.
Smith faced the murder charges in court today, where he maintained his innocence.
I'm not a state risk. I'm going to come to court. I don't have any problems. I'm not going to run because I feel that I didn't do anything wrong.
Still, the judge denied bond for many reasons, including the fact that these two people had no relationship whatsoever, which makes you wonder about motive. Police not giving us any indication what that could have been. And also, they're also saying you're wondering if there could be more arrests in this case. Somebody in that friend's house or the friend himself. Police telling me tonight, time will tell. In Bloomfield Township, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, Jason. Well, depending on where your travels take you, your drive could be a little dicey tonight.
This is true. Most of the main roads and freeways are okay, but side streets could use a little more work. Most of Metro Detroit spent the day digging out of up to a foot of snow after Sunday's big snowstorm. And as we clear it all up, the cold is now settling in.
We've got potential for negative numbers coming our way, Ben.
And before we get there, just a quick reminder that we did get above freezing today, so anything that melted and slushed up is going to freeze pretty solid tonight, and that could mean slick spots where there weren't any earlier today. The other thing we're watching is this out to the west. This cold front, there's a little bit of moisture with it. Most of it is north and south of us now, but as that front gets closer to us towards morning, we will be seeing at least a few snow showers develop. It's not going to be much as far as accumulation goes, but could be a fresh coating in a couple spots, making things a little bit more slick and maybe even masking some of those frozen spots from the slush earlier today. Temperatures starting out around 20, rising to 28 at noon, and yes, we have much colder air to look at. All that's ahead. Guys?
All right, Ben. A grandmother's being questioned after a group of teens got hold of a gun, and one of those teens was killed inside a home on Detroit's west side. We've got video of officers taking the woman from the home on Tireman. The 4 teenagers were inside this grandmother's home when they started playing with her revolver, and a 13-year-old boy who was one of those visiting the house was shot and killed. The woman says her gun is usually unloaded and locked up. It is not clear yet whether she'll face any charges.
Tonight, police are still trying to figure out how a 1-year-old boy ended up wandering on Detroit's west side by himself. A Good Samaritan found little Isaiah this morning and brought him to the police station. 5 hours later, the boy's grandfather saw his picture on Local 4 News at 4 and rushed over to pick him up.
And then as I was leaving the house, it was on Channel 4. His picture was on Channel 4. So I just came around. I just live around the corner. So I just came on to come and pick him up.
Well, the grandfather was not caring for Isaiah at the time, so he's not in any kind of trouble. Police, though, are questioning the little boy's mother to try to figure out what happened.
Tomorrow, President-elect Donald Trump is going to announce his pick for Secretary of State. Trump says in a tweet that the announcement will come tomorrow morning. ExxonMobil chief Rex Tillerson is expected to be named to that post, but Tillerson is already being criticized from both of the major parties because of his ties to Russia and Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Well, to you, it's just a ticket to get on to your flight, but to hackers, it's so much more.
Yeah, new tonight, the essential flying document that identity thieves are targeting these days. Also, a danger zone. An officer takes one drunk driver off the road and narrowly dodges another.
The close call caught on camera. Sandra?
Someone opened fire during a birthday party, killing a local man over a pair of Cartier glasses. Now investigators and his family are hoping you can help solve this murder mystery. Details up next.
Coming up tomorrow on Local 4 News today, snow, ice, bitter cold. Winter is definitely here, and so are we, to help keep you safe. Plus, it's Tasty Tuesday.
And we've got a restaurant that has a big city feel in a small town, one-of-a-kind kind of a place. We'll have that, plus wake up with us for weather and traffic always on the 4s.
Plus your overnight breaking news, top trending stories, and more. Join us from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
Next. He was a successful young family man.
It was traumatizing.
Until he was gunned down at a party.
She said, Book is gone. They done shot him. They shot him.
Ellis Ross was shot execution style over a pair of designer glasses.
Just senseless, and 4 years later, his killer is still out there, and his family hopes you can help bring them to justice. Sandra Ali has a story.
The tragedy happened during a birthday party. His family got that dreaded phone call. It's a call his grandparents say they will never forget.
I remember so well the phone rang, and it scared me when it rings that time of night.
Kathleen Ross says that was her first clue something terrible had happened. Her phone rang at 1 in the morning, well after she remembers going to bed. On the other end of the line, her daughter.
She said, Book is gone. They done shot him. They shot him.
She was talking about Kathleen's grandson, Ellis Ross, who had just celebrated his 24th birthday. Kathleen says she'll never forget the last time she saw her grandson alive, just hours before he was killed.
When he walked out the door, I remember him. He told me, he said, "I'll see you in church Sunday." I never seen him again.
He had been out at a party here at the Southfield Hotel when someone walked into the party, opened fire, and shot him 8 times execution style.
It was traumatizing.
As he lay on the ground bleeding, the killer took Ross's Cartier glasses and walked off.
But he shot him 8 times just for those Cartier glasses.
And these weren't just any Cartier glasses. They were worth more than $5,000.
It was about the glasses. He wanted them, but I was trying to talk him out of it.
Ross's grandfather says his grandson was enjoying a recent streak of good luck. He had landed a job working at the Chrysler plant in Sterling Heights, finally making his own money. He was proud when he could afford to pay $3,000 for the Cartier glasses. Then he later went to a jeweler to add more than $2,000 worth of diamonds to them on top of that. His grandmother worried the glasses would make him a target, but no one could talk him out of buying them.
We always knew that was bad news because you know, we heard it on the TV just about every day.
Ross had also just bought a new car and was getting ready to buy a house.
This young man has never married. He didn't have any children. He didn't get a chance to do these things.
More than 4 years after that tragic night, and still no clues as to who did it. Even more puzzling is what the killer or killers left behind at the crime scene.
At the time of his robbery, he had $800 in his pocket. They didn't take that. And in addition to that, he had a concealed weapon permit on him. They didn't take the weapon.
Ross's car, his cash, even his gun, untouched. The killer only took his glasses.
What I want is justice. To catch that person or those people that shot him. That would be my peace.
And the cash reward is now up to $2,500 for any information that may help police solve this cold case. Crime Stoppers is hoping anyone who may have any details will reach out. And as always, you can remain anonymous. Sandra Ali, Local 4.
Well, it sounds like with as many people as there were around that night, somebody
saw something and know somebody. Yeah, you're right. Here's a look at what Hank Winchester is working on for tomorrow night.
Thieves on your porch stealing your holiday packages.
Well, the U.S. mailman went up and dropped it off, and the UPS guy dropped it off your porch, and he went around the corner. They were right in front of your house taking that stuff.
But there are things you can do to protect those precious gifts.
And security cameras, they'll keep a thief away, right? Well, you may be surprised to learn what the experts have to say.
And shoppers beware, crooks are hitting the mall too, looking for easy targets and opportunities.
They left the package wide open. Anybody walking by is going to see this package. It's simply break out the window.
And the critical mistake I was making. I bet you do the exact same thing.
That is one mistake I make all the time, and that is setting me up to be an easy target, right?
Absolutely.
Our Help Me Hank security alert tomorrow at 11.
All right, Hank. Well, when we talk snow, Bernie always jokes around and says, are we a foot? Well, almost.
We got it, yeah,
almost.
just
about a few tenths away from that. We've got a little dusting coming tomorrow morning. This shouldn't be a lot, but could be enough to cause some slick spots.
Yeah.
And then after that, well, here's the Siberian Express that we've been talking about. This one is coming out of Russia, right across Alaska, and then barreling through Canada and down into the lower 48. And that means bitter cold temperatures for us midweek through, well, really most of the upcoming forecast. Temperatures do start ramping back up towards the weekend, but that's really just the time that we start looking at our next big weather maker. Possibly could be shoveling again by Saturday. First things first, though. 26 is where we're at right now. Wind chills at 15 with that southwest wind at 13 miles an hour. Temperatures area-wide generally in the 20s. Things have dropped here at Adrian. I suspect that those clouds may have cleared there, but generally we're expecting mostly cloudy skies until we get towards daybreak, and you can see why. The little break that we saw here that was trying to advance over the lake, just not making much progress. There's a little bit of temperatures actually rising with height, so it's trapping moisture near the surface. The other thing we're watching is this cold front. We talked about that at the top of the broadcast. That could bring enough moisture by 7 a.m. To be putting a few snow showers around during the morning commute. Again, this is not going to amount to much, maybe a fresh coating in some of those areas that actually got shoveled today. But beyond that, we should be dry for most of the afternoon and evening. Wednesday, we'll have another front come through, sort of a reinforcing shot of cold air. Again, a thin ribbon of some snow showers along it. But behind that front, in addition to the cold air, we start looking at those lake effect bands that are going to be rolling through in the second half of Wednesday. So we've got chances of seeing flakes. We've also got some really good shots of cold air coming as well. Here are the low temperatures tonight. We bumped these up just a little bit to the low 20s. Those clouds are going to be holding tough. South zone, maybe a couple spots see those numbers break, but otherwise we're going to be looking at low 20s. West zone, north of Michigan Avenue, anywhere from 21 in Manchester to 23 in Fenton and Flint. Could see a 19 down there in Ann Arbor. And in our north zone, a lot of low 20s by tomorrow morning. 20 in Macomb, 22 in Yale, Sandusky, 21 tomorrow. High temperatures at 31 in the afternoon. That's slightly cooler than what we did today. We may get a break of sunshine late in the afternoon, but beyond that, temperatures just going down, down, down. 19 for the high on Wednesday, and then look at those lows on Thursday and Friday. 6 and 2. Ooh. Yeah, that's above zero, but the wind chills are going to be negative on Thursday and Friday morning. And then Saturday, still a big question mark. A lot of moisture out there, so still tough to decide how much of that's going to be snow and what may be falling as rain. Here's today's holiday lights. Now that we've got a fresh coating of snow on the ground, this comes from Maureen Avenue in Madison Heights. Got the inflatables up, Santa's ready to go, got his sleigh packed and everything. If you've got an impressive display, share it on our community page, click on Detroit.com, and your house could end up on TV.
Nice stuff. So with as politically sensitive as everything is right now, you're comfortable blaming Russia for this weather system?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
We hacked their cold air.
What'd you call it again? The
Siberian Express.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Russia's
No peanuts on that flight.
Thanks, Ted. It's a combination of quick reflexes and straight up luck. 3 people escape an out-of-control bus.
Also, a double DUI. While dealing with one drunk driver, a police officer is hit by another. Next.
It's the big...
Can I have a...
Welcome back. While a police officer in Texas is doing a field sobriety test on a suspected drunk driver, he gets hit by another driver under the influence. Dashcam video here shows the officer testing the first driver. What you don't see is a car coming at them. The officer pulls the man out of the way and ends up getting hit by the oncoming car. The officer suffered minor injuries. The woman in that car is charged with drunk driving. The man who the officer pulled out of the way wasn't hurt, but was still arrested for DUI.
Maybe you never quite know what to do with your old boarding pass. If you're traveling this holiday season, you'll want to be careful with it. Data analyzers say the barcodes on your boarding pass can contain your personal information like your frequent flyer account number, all of your travel plans, and sometimes, yes, even your credit card number. One quick scan from hackers could make you a vulnerable target and make it a valuable piece of paper. Data experts say a more secure approach, have your boarding pass on your phone and then delete it after your trip.
I've never given that a second thought, but that's good information. All right, well, we've seen our fair share of slick roads these past couple of days, but take a look at this dramatic moment when a bus skids out of control. As 3 people were walking down a hill in Turkey, a bus slid on some ice after swerving out of the way of an oncoming car. 2 of the pedestrians managed to jump over the wall while a woman dodged around the corner to get out of the way. Believe it or not, nobody was hurt in that. Santa Claus is demanding an apology for getting kicked out of Six Flags.
Texas man named Jerry has been a season pass holder for years. He's also been dressing like Santa for about 2 decades. When he was there with his family, Jerry was in costume, taking pictures with kids, handing out candy canes, and that's when security asked him to leave. The moose out front should have told you. The park says they have a no costume rule. You get that reference, Bernie? And cannot allow those not approved to be interacting with kids. Santa Jerry says he wants an apology and a refund.